Hey. Hello, guys. Welcome to 101 Wealth Creators. My name is Eric. Welcome to our studio today. It's a beautiful Monday morning or evening, wherever you are, and I hope you are enjoying this time. But yeah, we are live today. If you can see us this morning or this evening, please don't mind to join uh, our live today. But today, as we always say, if the rich or the wealthy talk about this stuff at our own levels, we should also talk about it. Because when you have the conversation going, then we start thinking of what we are talking about. That's why 101 is here. Like always, we bring the issues on the table and just talk about them. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter uh, what you've been struggling with, but when you start thinking about it, you start working towards it, then that's the you head towards the bigger goal. So if the rich and the wealthy talk about it, then we also have to talk about it, because we are destined to big things. As they always say, we are destined to big things, and that's why we keep grinding every morning. We go to our works, we go to our businesses. We keep investing and doing stuff because we believe that we are destined to bigger things. But today, guys, I want us to talk about a given book that I read, and man, that book has changed my life, has given me a different perspective on how to look at things, on how to build our wealth, on how to, work on our income, work on our expenses, work on our liabilities and assets, understanding how these four different things work. You guys who are in high school, I remember you learned at some point something to do with balance sheet. And when we were learning these things, the balance sheet thing, it was just for exams, the income, expense, liability, asset, But I've come to realize that these things for sure, uh, they are really important in our lives when we carry on our day to day and where we want to see ourselves in the near future, you know and that's why there's a book I read, and I always read it and refer to it, and it's a very vital book for someone who wants to um, build their asset, build their income. Think differently. Like, don't think like how any other person will think, but think on having a mindset of developing yourself, having a mindset of coming out of debt, having a mindset of building your asset and everything, you know. And the book, I hope you guys, they've not sponsored this video, but I'm just bringing it on to you, that are you guys, if you're really interested in building your asset, how to work with your income, how to work on your expense, how to come up with your budget and everything, it is a good book to read. It is a good book that will show you steps on how you can carry on with your life step by step. you know and the book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know most of you have read it, and those who have read it, I know and I believe that what I'm saying, you will concur with me that it's a good book for people to read. Like, it will change your perspective on how you build wealth, on how you look at things, on how you consider things that will bring you up or things that will bring you down. You know, and one of the things I've highlighted it, and I'll be just jumping on each and every area that I've highlighted, and then talk about it a little bit. And lesson one on the book itself, you know, the chapter one, it says, it reads that the rich don't work for money, they let money work for them. And that's where they beat us. Like, the rich let their money work for them. They have different things that they're doing. They've entered into real estate. They've entered into Wall Street. Buying shares, selling shares. They've gone into these other businesses. Some of them are buying land, selling. Some of them are just building houses and selling. Some of them are, and all these avenues that they're doing, it's all but to generate them income. And that's where they beat most of us pants down. Like with us, every time we find ourselves working for money, you know and when we work for money, that's what leads us to onto the rat race, because it's 9 to 5 every day, 9 to 5 every day. It's not a problem for you to work 9 to 5, but when you work 9 to 5 with the mindset that one day I want to build my wealth and get out of it, man, you are in a good direction. So the poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money, work for them. When you start having yourself like money working for you, welcome, wow, Nache. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome, and we are happy to have you here. But you see, most of the poor and the middle class, they work for money, and that's why you find most of us we run from 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. It's not bad. Running 9 to 5, maybe building your capital that you can put somewhere, invest it somewhere, and then out of the investment, you find you build a portfolio that will now get you out of 9 to 5. That is a strategic working 9 to 5, you know. But you don't want to work 9 to 5 until you grow old, you know. So if you read that book, guys, if you go on to that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you read it, you'll find that it's saying that the rich don't work for money; they let money work for them. And those are some of the discussions that you should have. What can we do to let our money work for us? I've told you, people are doing businesses online. We have this powerful tool, which is our phone. On the phone, you can start up a company. You can start buying and selling, Amazon, all this stuff, online business. You start all that stuff, generate some income, and when you build that portfolio and it goes up, it's something that starts sustaining you in the near future. Most of us don't want to listen to these conversations, because we are running out of the reality. And when we run out of the reality, we find ourselves stuck at that point, you know. So it is very important that we look at these things. And Richard Kiyosaki says on Rich Dad Poor Dad, rich people acquire asset, poor people and middle class acquire liability that they think are asset. I'll tell you this, you know. So when we talk of rich people acquiring asset, they are buying things that will generate them income forever, like when you go and buy a property, the property generates you money from the time you get it. If it is a property that you bought, it starts generating you money from the time you bought it. You bought it, let's say, at 1 million. You won't sell that property in 5 years for 1 million. You're going to sell it on a higher price. That means that property appreciated in value, and it never leaves you the way, or it never leaves you financially the way you were before. But the poor, the only thing that we acquire liability. I want to explain more, but I'll tell you that liability is if you buy something that gets money out of your pocket each and every time, that is a liability, and it depends with how you want to change. You can change a liability to be an income generating thing. It depends with how you want to put it. But if it always gets money out of your pocket, if it always gets whatever you earn out of your pocket that you have to pay each and every time, then it doesn't build value, it doesn't appreciate, or it depreciate. That is a liability, And Richard Kiyosaki is saying it very clear here that rich people acquire assets, and that's why they beat us pants down. So, guys, when we start thinking about these things, let's think on how we can acquire asset, how we can acquire asset. And when you start acquiring asset and building your portfolio of asset, you know, that means you start having income. What is it? Is it a business? Okay, it's a business. You put in some money and it start bringing in money for you. It's putting money into your pocket rather than getting money out of your pocket. You know, and that's what we need, and that's what is hidden to most of us. Some of us, we acquire things that only gets money out of our pocket, and then we comfort ourselves that, oh, for sure this thing is giving me money. You know, the moment it's getting money out of your pocket, it's a liability. You know, I hope you guys are getting what I'm talking about. I just sampled each and every area just to share with you, and then we keep our minds thinking. We start thinking differently. We start thinking positively, because these conversations, people don't like them. People don't like these conversations, but if you start thinking about them, you start talking about it, you start reading about it, like on Rich Dad Poor Dad, you start reading it and start looking at things differently, then you find your perspective of thinking becomes very different. You know, there's a line here that it reads, keep expenses low, reduce liability, and diligently build a base of solid asset. You know, Richard Kiyosaki is telling us, keep your expenses low. That's what eats onto our money that we get each and every time. You know, you can make good money, but when your expense is high, then you still, when you do your maths, expense plus income, you find it all going down to zero. You know, that's why Richard Kiyosaki is saying, keep your expenses low, you know, and reduce your liability. What keeps getting money out of your pocket, reduce it, you know, and then diligently build your asset, because there is where the game is. Hmm? I always tell people on this channel, when you wake up, what do you look at first? We have people who run on Facebook. We have people who run on YouTube to just look at songs or listen to some politics and all that stuff. We have people who go there to learn. We have people who, when they wake up, they look into their bank account and look their balances. You know, we have the rich whom, when they wake up, hmm, they look at how much they made overnight, like letting their money work for them. You know, letting their money work for them. And that's where we need to be, guys. We need to be that after we've reduced our expenses and liability, then we build a solid, uh, diligently build our asset, and then we let it build slowly by slowly, so that when we wake up, instead of looking at these other things, you look, oh, the money that I put at work, how much did it make for me overnight? And money, the rich will tell you, money, if you invest real good, money works for you day and night. Day and night, guys. You know, you wake up, you find, oh, okay, my 50,000 gave me some 500, you know, and it's sweet, it's good, you know, and it only calls in for uh, reducing your expense and increasing yourself on building your asset, building your business, building your income, building your portfolio that can give you more, you know, of what you're doing, or your money that you really need, you know. And then the other thing that Richard Kiyosaki says, oh my God, and this is where we miss it sometimes. You know, we go to school, uh, uh, get our certificates, diplomas, degrees, masters, PhDs. But he's saying, it's not me who is saying this. Richard Kiyosaki is saying a person can be highly educated, professionally successful, and financially literate. You know, financially literate. Why? Because all this system has taught us how to expend money, how to spend money. You know, education system, even he says in the book that education system has taught us how to spend money. That's why when I'm given 10,000, what comes into my mind is how I'm gonna use this money, what I'm gonna buy, but not thinking on how I'm gonna invest this money so that I get more money, you know. So that's why I always sometimes feel bad. Uh, I wasn't that bright to get to a level of being a doctor or being an engineer or being these big professions, you name them. But why someone will do like being a doctor for like that all his life? And this guy keeps waking up very early and sleeping late. You know? Why? They are working the best jobs in the world. They are making good money. There should be people who should wake up and never stress out about life. It's us who the hustlers, it's the hustlers, the guys who played with the books and pens, hmm? Never liked waking up. Other people maybe who should be struggling in one way or another. But I'll tell you, these professionals who have gone to school, they have their masters, they have their PhDs. First of all, they're the guys who sleep late, doing research, everything, you know, and then they wake up very early in the morning. If it's a doctor going for an operation, they go very early in the morning, just to attend to the nurses and everything. But still, why on earth do they like may keep going all their entire life? Just is it that they like it, or what's happening, you know or is the system that is putting them into that uh, conduit, you know if they're really making good, or they should be people who someone just work for like uh, 10 even 10 years. Yeah, let's say 10 years, and this guy is pretty set, this guy is pretty good, like he's set up, he's living his life, retires early, and just eating his wealth real slowly. He tells you, I was a doctor, worked for 10 years, and now I'm retired, just enjoying my life, you know but they keep going, man. They should tell us what's happening. Is it the education or the system that put us in just being always getting and getting out, getting and getting out, or not uh, investing and stuff? They'll tell us and see. But Richard Kiyosaki says that a person can be highly educated, professionally successful, and financially literate, because maybe they've never thought of investing. I have a friend of mine who works still good job, and he just believes in that job. You tell him, bro, we have a piece of land that you can buy over here. Tells you, I will. Or you tell him, bro, let's join in and invest in this thing. No, he doesn't even want to listen to that, because he feels that he has job security. He feels that every month he has a paycheck. That's where he's tied in. That's where the system ties you in, that every month you have your paycheck. So you don't know all about investing. You don't know all about doing other things that can generate you money. You don't know all about having your money working for you rather than you working for money. You know, I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying. And if you're getting and you're liking the topic, please comment down below if you are on this channel today. I sometimes I give hard stuff, like living in reality is real good. Like if you can live within your means, live within where you can just have your life running down, it's real good. People don't like these conversations. They like you come here, make humor, make fun, and life goes on. But in the real sense, we are stuck on the same point. We are stuck on the same system. We are stuck on the same job. We don't have investment. We don't have anything. We stuck from 9 to 3. That's why I'm telling you guys, uh, go, please have a copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Please read that book. It will change your perspective on how you can build your wealth, on how you can have your income, on how you can do your expense, on how you can, how you can reduce your liability when it comes to that. Mhm. Listen to this. I highlighted. I'm just giving you just a test. Just a test of the honey. But if you guys have your time, go read it. Read the book. Read the book. Like I will say, tell young people who are getting into job market, they want to start their life. Please, this one goes to you. Read that book. Maybe the old people will be like, what is Eric telling us? Take your bull crap away from here. There's nothing you're telling us. Leave us with our lives, you know? But when you read such a book, it changes your mentality. And when your mentality changes, you start looking at things on a different angle. You start thinking differently. And when you start thinking differently, then you start working towards a positive trajectory, you know? But if you don't have your mindset changed, you still remain at that point. And then he says, most people simply buy investments rather than first invest in learning about investment. Pants down. That's why they beat us. You know, you can't just start investing without learning how the system works. You can't just start investing without knowing how things run. And this book will show you how you can start invest, what you need to do, the potholes that you need to avoid so that you leverage yourself. you know I go to work. It's not that I don't go to work, but I go to work and look at that, the work that I'm doing, as a source of income to build my asset, build my portfolio, you know make myself better, increase what I can look at in the morning and say, okay, today I had 200 in, today I had my 200 in, you know. So we need to learn how to invest. Different things. People go into real estate. You can't go into real estate without knowing how real estate works. You need to learn. You can't go onto Wall Street without knowing how Wall Street works. You need to learn. You can't start buying shares and selling without knowing how the companies work, if when the profits are made in the companies. you know you can't go into starting to, let's say you want to do things to do with forex and stuff. You can't start forex without learning. You can't go into digital, buying digital asset without you learning how digital asset works. You can't buy things like uh, uh, for example, someone is calling me, so it's disrupting me. But you can't start buying things like cryptocurrency if you don't know how cryptocurrency works. I've told people and requested people, learn about these things, and when you tell them that, okay, I'm teaching. I felt real bad, by the way. I've been throwing lessons on forex and how to buy crypto and stuff, but I felt bad when some of my fans were like, Eric, we really love what you're doing, we really love what you're sharing out, but sometimes we don't understand how it works. We don't understand, and this is someone who really wants it. I have to go back and just get in touch with them through email and stuff, and just start them with us baby steps on how these things work. But those are a few people who will follow up with you and tell you, oh, for sure, can you help me uh, go from this level to another? I have one lady who is trying to learn about forex, not forex, but crypto, how to buy and sell crypto. Man, this lady drives like almost, I didn't know that she was driving like almost over 30 minutes driving coming so that we can meet and have a learn about this, you know. So one time she came in late and I was like, oh, uh, she was like, I'm running late, and I was like, okay, just take your time, keep coming, and then we'll see. When she came in and she was like, oh, I was late, I have to drive for over 30 minutes. I was like, damn, 30 minutes. We'll even do it on Zoom and stuff so that we make your work easy, But that shows you the determination. She's really eager to learn. Most people don't want to learn; they want it easy. They want me to go and tell them that so and so go get some money over there. It's so easy to get. This is how you get it, or bring me your money so that I can invest for you. BS, you know. But if you take your time to learn about these things, it becomes so easy. So learning how to invest is very important because it will show you the way and it will make your work easier, you know. And then I highlighted another thing on the same book. You guys, I'm just enticing you so that you can go and read this book. And I'm not telling you to go read this book because I've been sponsored. No, it's a book that has changed my life, and you can also read the book. And for sure, if you read the book, read it again, gonna change your life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Richard Kiyosaki. You guys go read that book, it will change your life. Listen to this. It says, what I know makes me money. What I don't know lose me money. Every time I have been ignorant, I've lost money. Because when I'm ignorant, I truly believe that what I don't know is not important. Damn, man. What you know makes you money. What you don't know doesn't make you money. That's why learning, we can't afford to ignore. We can't afford to be ignorant. Hmm? We have so many sources that can help you learn. One of it is something that you always have on your hand. The gadget that you always have on your hand. What do you use it for? Apart from calling and texting. It's a gadget that can help you use to learn. And it has changed people's lives. That is the phone and the internet. Get everything over there. Things that can change your life. Just typing how to invest, you'll get everything that you want. Just typing Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the book. You can even read it through your phone. But it depends with what we want. If we want to remain on the status quo, let's remain there. But with me, I'm working. I go to work, but I work with a mindset that in the near future, I want what I have built to start generating me more money so that I can retire early, so that I can just look at my investment. And that's the mindset that we should have. It's not that we are bragging, that we are just having a conversation that can change our lives. Listen to this. Listen to this, and this one goes to the teachers and and our families, our parents. If we are parents, to our kids. In school, we learn that mistakes are bad, and we are punished for making mistakes or making them. How many times were you punished because you made the mistakes in school? Several times. How many times have your parents punished you because you made mistakes? Several times. Today's kids are a little bit better, but still the system tells them that when you make a mistake, you are punished. Look at these rich people. Look at the richest people in the world. Bezos, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Facebook. They made mistakes when they were working on what they were building, and someone told them, through that mistake, you'll come up with something good. And they kept pushing. Yet, if you look at the way of human are designed to learn, we learn by making mistakes. We learn to walk by falling. If we never fell down, we will never have walked. So powerful, Richard Kiyosaki. That's so powerful. We are fond of making mistakes, and you make mistakes, you learn out of it, and continue. But the system has showed us that when you make a mistake, you are punished for it. When you make a given mistake, you're punished for it. But when you make mistake and you learn out of the mistake, You keep going. How many people have started businesses and have failed? So many people have started businesses and have failed. But does that call in for them to stop? It doesn't call in for you to stop. Keep keep going. Keep 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 pushing. You know, at one time you will get it. At one time you'll get the right button, and when you push that right button, you'll say, I kept trying and I never failed. You know, I kept trying and I never fail. Mm? And this is so powerful to people who avoid failing. People who avoid fail also avoid success. And that's what I just said. How many times have you started something and you failed terribly? So many times, unless you are an alien. But if you're a human being in this life, you know, you failed so many times. Mm? But does that one keep you where you are? No. You rise up, keep going, try another thing. That's the spirit. And as you keep with that spirit, you keep pushing, you get it right at some point. And that's what life is, you know. So if you avoid failing, you avoid succeeding. You know, people 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 have been have tried to invest in different things, mostly on online ventures. They failed. Did they give up? No, they kept pushing, and that's why they are where they are today. You know. And then Richard Kiyosaki says the single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth seemingly, you know, you know, and an untrained mind also can create extreme poverty that can crush a family for generations. What you put here always will make you a different person. It doesn't matter the level you are in. You know, what you put here matters a lot, because this is what we call wealth, the mindset. How do you look at things? You know, how do you think at things? You know, the mindset, so powerful. What we put here, you know, this is why someone will sit down, they start thinking on things, and then you find them come up with a very brilliant idea. When they throw it out there, damn, they are good. You know, the mindset. What mindset do you have of building wealth or creating poverty for generations? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then another side. It says this is another side note. In today's fast changing world, it's not so much what you know anymore that counts, because often what you know is old. It is how fast you learn that uh, it's how fast you learn that skill is priceless. Mhm. The skill that you learn, you know, after you learn a given skill, you have it here. It's priceless. It will never come out. Mm? You've learned how the the Wall Street works. It will never come out. When you sit down, you know how the buttons to press, and everything works out for you. And it's all about your mindset, you know. And that's how the world is, that's where the world is going. So guys, it's so powerful, you know. It's so powerful. Mm? It's so powerful. So Richard Kiyosaki is telling us that the most powerful things that we need to look at on the road to building our wealth is very important: your income, your expense, your asset, and your liability, you know, and how you categorize these things and work with them toward uh, becoming financial freedom matters a lot. Because if you don't consider that, then you find yourself stuck at one point. Everybody in this world wants to make money. Tell people that this is where you can get money, and mostly tell them this is where you can get something. They'll go for it. You know. So it's our mindset. It's what we think of. It's what we do that will make us think differently. You know. And we should have these conversations. Hey, 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 friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You came in when I'm almost jumping out, but it's all right. Thank you for joining. I know we have so many people who joined in, but these are conversations that we should have. I'm not here to come and start making. I'm not a comedian. I wish I was, you know, or I'm not a musician. I can sing, but I'm not a musician. I'll not come here and start singing for you. But I'll come here and we talk about things that affect us, you know, you know. All right. Next time, I hope you'll get it early. It's okay. It's okay. But thanks for coming, though. Thanks for coming. Appreciate your support. Thanks for coming. You know, so it's all about our mindset. It's all about what we do. You know, it's all about how we look at things. That's what matters a lot. But I was saying that I'll only come here and bring these conversations that click into our mind and they're like, oh, okay, I need to start thinking on this direction. You know, I've always tell people going to work is not bad. I go to work, you know, but I go to work with a mindset that I want to use that as my capital to build my income and my portfolio. So when I get it, invest most of it so that in the near future I come out of it. I would rather not have money, but I have it invested. You know, soon I'll talk about inflation that is affecting the world. Everywhere, inflation is affecting the world, and now you can feel it. You know, you go to a supermarket or the shop, things are expensive, things have skyrocketed. And you know what they are eating, what that is eating onto? It's eating onto your money that is settled in a bank because it's now losing value. It's losing value, you know? So, guys, these are conversations that we need to have always, you know? And as I say, learning is very vital. And that's why what I bring here. It's all about learning. It's all about discussing things that will change our lives in one way or another. Starting businesses, learning on how we can invest online, learning on digital uh, uh, investment, you know, because that's what is taking over, you know, and all good stuff that we can do. Otherwise, guys, it has been for almost 40 minutes talking to you guys. You guys, please, please, please go buy Rich Dad Poor Dad by Richard Kiyosaki. Read it, and then you will tell me on on comment section what you think about the book. What did the book teach you? Did it change your mindset when it comes to building wealth? Did it change your mindset on how you look at things? You know, and then we carry on because here we talk about real stuff. We talk about how we can develop ourselves because when the rich meet, they talk about development, they talk about how they build their riches. You know, when we meet, what do we talk about? It's your boy Eric, and I'm out. You guys have a good one. See you next time.